younger, sharks definitely stopped me from going in the water. Before I really knew about sharks, all I knew was what I'd seen in the movies and on TV. I'm growing up with Jaws, and that you get that music in your head. Everything you see is telling you to be afraid of sharks, so we're really conditioned to have that fear. I turn my fear into fascination by learning more. Not knowing about the sharks and not knowing what they're going to do, I think that's where the fear comes from, because your imagination goes crazy and it fills in all those gaps with scenes from Jaws. Learning about the sharks and learning, oh, that's not their behaviour. Sharks don't actually do those things. They don't eat people. They don't hunt us down. None of that is true behaviour. Then the fear kind of naturally fades away. The 30s, 40s, early 1900s, when people started being told to be scared of sharks. When Jaws came out, that fear really stepped up a notch and became more hysterical. As a person on the planet, like, we have a natural healthy fear for things like lions and sharks that are bigger than us, but most of the fear that people have in society is just based on what they're told by newspapers and the media. So if we're constantly told there's a killer lurking in the ocean, then that's what we begin to believe. The whole way that sharks are portrayed in the media, all the language used around sharks, dogs play, whatever, but sharks, you instantly just put it with attack. And that's purely based on the media. That's not a natural occurring word that goes together. The rogue sharks is another one of those things created by the media that pops up all the time. And again, it's just not true. If you look at the science, there's no evidence that it's one shark doing multiple attacks at all, ever. But it is a handy thing for the media to cotton onto, because then you kind of have that supervillain and the idea of this one rogue shark that's got a taste of human flesh and just keeps coming back. But it's just not true. It's just completely made up. When shark attacks are constantly making the front page of the news, it gives people the false impression that there are a lot of shark attacks. People need to think more critically about what they're being told and realise that angry looking shark with the crazy headline about some crazy pun to do with sharks is a way to sell newspapers and not a way to communicate the facts or the science behind shark attacks. At least half of the breaths that we take come from the ocean. So we really don't want to mess with the system that's providing the air that we breathe. The sensors that they have, the electromagnetic sensors, they can feel your heart beating when you're in the water with them. That's just incredible.